Welcome to my second trimester update. Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Schumacher. For those of you who don't know me, this community seeks to help each other love our families practically and imperfectly. And heads up, I often do not keep these types of videos public, so if you want to make sure and be able to find the unlisted link, it's best to subscribe, and then even better is to sign up for my blog notifications at nikkischumacher.wordpress.com. All of that will be linked below. Let's get right into the video. This is my fourth time making it to the second trimester, and the first time still walking throughout the entirety of the second trimester. God's grace is sufficient. I have figured out some very strange triggers that I was ignoring before because it seemed they couldn't really make that big of a difference, but they do. I had been diagnosed with pubic symphysis dysfunction in my previous pregnancies, but following the protocols for that wasn't helping me. I kept hearing healthcare professionals say, "This is the worst case of it I've ever seen." It was level 10 pain, worse than labor itself, for 5 months straight, and then postpartum as well. Well, a friend who works for a physical therapist messaged me the diagnostic sheet for Ehlers-Danlos, or hypermobility syndrome, aka too flexible, and your bones dislocate shockingly easily. Like if someone hugs me over the shoulder instead of under, I have a rib that pops out. Makes church meet and greet times horrible. I didn't think much of it because I had only had it flare up to level 10 during pregnancy, and then it would clear up to level 1 sometime postpartum, by 2 years postpartum at the latest. Long story short, I won't get into all the details of EDS because it just won't apply to you all. I can make a separate video about it if you like. Leave a comment down below if you'd find it helpful. For those of you who have been following my story for a while, you've been asking, if this pregnancy is different. So I'll just share a few of the things that I've been avoiding, some hard to believe triggers, and it's made a huge difference. Number 1, I cannot wear pants or leggings or shorts at all. My hips get dislocated that easily. I take a pillow with me everywhere. I cannot sit on a wooden chair or a cloth camping chair or in a car without a pillow. My hips get dislocated that easily. Number 3, I sleep with 6 pillows. My hips get dislocated that easily. Number 4, I sleep when I'm tired. Sleep is the number 1 restorer of any kind of health. This means that when the little ones are napping, I usually nap also, and the big girl draws or paints or listens to an audiobook or plays in the playroom. There are other things that I've done to contribute to a less painful pregnancy and better quality of life, but you get the idea. As far as prenatal care goes, I love my midwife. Family Tree Midwifery serves the Treasure Valley, and I highly recommend them. I had a different company for my first, which wasn't as good. Family Tree Midwifery comes to my house, which is amazing for not exposing myself to sick people while I'm in this delicate phase. It also saves me long, painful car trips. The other great thing about it is that I and most women with EDS have rapid labors, which makes the car ride to the hospital unsafe. I'd rather have a baby at home and call paramedics if something goes wrong than to have the baby in the car in traffic. The hospital is only a minute away if needed. My husband and children can also be with me at the home birth if I choose. I do not have to wear a mask. Women who labor alone or only with a close partner labor faster and easier on average. Samaritan's Ministries covers 100% of my midwife-assisted home birth. I so wish I had known that with my first, and I wish that so many more people know that. They are the best alternative to expensive insurance. I will link them below also if you're interested, but please leave a comment below reminding me if I fail to do so. I'm a bit tired as I'm writing this.
With me, I'm a toy. Almost broke my neck off.
Things you may be surprised about: many midwives served pregnancies, especially here in Idaho, which is where I reside. Number 1, no cervical checks. Done unnecessarily, they can introduce harmful bacteria, and data shows that cervical size really doesn't mean much as far as how soon baby is coming. Number 2, I can opt out of the sugary glucose drink. Number 3, I can opt out of ultrasounds. Number 4, I can opt out of the Group B strep test. Number 5, many midwives have access to lab privileges, so they can test your blood for iron, etc., and other blood panels you might find helpful. Number 6, many midwives can also perform pap smears. Number 7, you can decline vitamin K or have the more natural drops on hand rather than the conventional one that comes with the black box warning that they somehow don't warn you about unless you ask to see the package yourself.
Heartbeat oil on her tummy.
Can we measure? We get to measure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can measure. Measure what?
The fundal height of my belly.
So we measure from the pubic bone.
Where's the pubic?
Well, you kind of have to feel for it. So it's right down here.
Your vagina bone.
Oh.
I can get it right here. And then do you mind if I lift that up?
Okay.
And then we fill to the top of.
She just brought me my shoes.
Can I see what number it goes to, please?
Yeah, for sure. So the top of the uterus is.
Stop. No, I don't want my shoes right now, please. No, thank you. Will you put those in the basket, please?
What does that say? Right
5.
there? 5.
It's going
So
to
it's
5.
25.
25?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
All right.
Just about right. Go.
I can't wait to do it off. What about I doing it off? That's the whole beat. Someday when I'm pregnant. Someday when I'm pregnant.
24 weeks plus 2 days.
And now, part of the update that it's a little awkward to introduce. I don't know how to say this, but it is part of my second trimester, so I'm going to include it. People are mean. I am more vocal about my opinions when I'm pregnant. I'm not mean. I don't name call. I just don't keep as many opinions to myself. And when people don't know you're pregnant, we didn't announce till the middle of this trimester, they can be really mean. They can know that you're pregnant and still be really mean. Pretty much leave it at that. I think everyone who lived through 2020 understands that people just aren't as nice as they used to be, and some people simply cannot have a difference of opinion without name calling. I can't even think of all the names that have been called this pregnancy, but I think that most of you have been there and can understand where I'm coming from, regardless of which side of the politics you are on.
So you're gonna turn it on, and I'm gonna turn it off. No, I want to.
Around 21 weeks plus 4 days, I did start having pains, and some days could only walk 2,500 to 3,000 steps a day. Hoping chiro appointment will help, and maybe PT if they haven't gotten the dance with Hokey Pokey. Side note, I have been hunkering down because every time I went around a recently inoculated person, I experienced severe cramping that felt almost like labor and diarrhea that often accompanies labor. I have some friends who miscarried right after going around a person that had the dart, I guess I can call it, so that it's not taken down off the internet. So I'm just playing it safe. This is what my gut has told me to do.
Oh my gosh, I'm 6 months pregnant and sweating with my fan off on a hot day. I can't stand up because I feel faint. I can't sit down on a regular chair because chairs dislocate my bones. So I'm just sitting on a bouncy ball, but trying not to bounce because I'm like doing a video.
Going to push.
Oh, sorry.
Here.
There you go. Oh, push harder. There you go.
Well, that pretty much wraps up my second trimester. I need to get this up before this baby comes. Thank you for watching, and overall, it's been the best second trimester I've ever had at 40 years of age, so that is quite a blessing. Till next time, I hope you remember you're good, you're precious, grace, and peace.
Cheese.
After a long day, I'm a little bit like, yeah, a little bit, ooh. Okay, I gotta sit down. But when I sit down, it kind of hurts. So I'm gonna sit down because I feel like I'm gonna faint. Okay, whew.
Baby.
Is it the heartbeat?
Yep. That's the baby heartbeat. Beep, 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 beep.
It's getting louder.
Well,
Yeah, the
she's
heartbeat
getting
is
closer
getting
to it.
louder.
150s, 160s.